This is the most fundamentally broken update I've ever seen in a video game, period. This SMG, it's a blessing that I'm even holding it right now. Like, where do I even begin with this update, dude? Let's go ahead and just kind of break down everything that was or still is broken with this update, or at least everything that I can think about in the moment. First things first, you couldn't even unlock this SMG yesterday, or for at least the better part of yesterday. So if we come over here to the Battle Pass, just like every other season reloaded update weapon thing that they do, they added a whole nother sector to the Battle Pass solely dedicated to this weapon. They had all these challenges that you were supposed to be able to do to unlock this, but it didn't even work until way later in the day, at the point of where most people probably hopped off and gave up. You do unlock some cool stuff. You unlock 2 aftermarket parts, a new emblem, a double Battle Pass XP token, and then you unlock the new weapon at the end of it. But again, none of these were tracking. In fact, basically what the glitch was is that for some reason it was just locked. So you would come here and then like you could see what the challenges were, but they were locked for some reason, so you literally couldn't even do the challenges. It was the most bizarre thing ever. And then when you come up here to the weekly challenges, see, the thing is, this isn't even fixed. Most of these are still broken. So the get 30 operator kills with this recon equipped, yeah, that one is still broken. Come over here to zombies. I tried to do the 300 kills with the Jack Thunder LMG kit. That one is broken. I'm just going to assume that a bunch of these other ones are broken too. Battle Royale, I wouldn't even touch Warzone with a 10-foot pole. Not even with like a 50-foot pole right now if I were you. Like, don't even go into Warzone. That is just absolutely broken. Champions Quest had to be removed because it was just breaking the game. People just, it was like so unstable and so broken. Basic geometry in Warzone is broken. If you run around the map, you're going to see like hills and mounds of dirt. I would put some gameplay on screen, but I don't know. Some creators get a little finicky with that stuff, and I don't want to have this video get copyright struck or whatever. I would try to go in a game and show it myself, but I don't know how hard it is to replicate. But essentially, yeah, you're going to be running around the map, and there's a chance that you're going to see hills that are literally just breaking, and it's so bizarre. Ranked play was also delayed, so that's also not in the game. Basically, all of the content that was advertised to be coming to Season 1 Reloaded is either not in the game now, is broken, or is just, it's there. But don't worry, guys, every single bundle in the shop is still working. The whole time that you were unable to actually go in and grind out the challenges for the SMG or the LMG, the bundles were here the whole time. You could just come here and buy them instead. They ended up adding a new mode called Souped Up or whatever, which we're gonna end up playing, but they have like this whole event tied to it. Thankfully, all of this stuff is working, which you would hope so with it being tied to like a licensed IP. Challenges are pretty simple. Get 3 operator kills without reloading 7 times, kill 5 operators affected by electric shock, 10 operator kills while attack stands using the KVD Enforcer, collect 25 temp V syringes, 25 melee kills using the blacklight flashlight. With a lot of people have been having trouble like figuring out what the blacklight flashlight is. That is actually like a gear thing. I'll show you guys that in a moment. And then win 7 games of the boys mode. And again, it was pretty easy. I knocked that out in like an hour yesterday. Basically, you want to come over here to your class, and then for some reason with this new update, it broke everything, and now there's like the little yellow dots that signifies that there's something new there, even though obviously there was nothing new there because I've had this stuff maxed out for like forever now. But anyway, you come over here to the gear all the way at the end, and it is one of these things you just kind of scroll through. Usually I rock mag holster, which now that I'm finished the challenge, I'm going to go back to that. But yeah, literally right next to mag holster, it should just be blacklight flashlight. And the camo that you unlock once you complete the event, I mean, that in itself is pretty cool, but there's one funny thing. So there's been a couple of times in COD history where for some reason we're able to see placeholder assets and such in the game, and yeah, when you come here, if you look down, I'm probably gonna have to zoom into it so you guys can actually see it. I'll equip a different camo so you guys can get a better look at it, but yeah, that is literally a placeholder template asset. I don't even know what to say. Like, this update broke the game in so many different ways, but and not to mention all the other weird glitches that are in the game now. Like, if you use the hair trigger on the TYR for some reason, it's not like an intended thing. There's like an actual delay that was not supposed to be there. It's not a part of the patch note. Like, it's clear that it wasn't intended. There's also another weird bug, which I'll just go ahead and kind of show it to you guys. If you use a blueprint and you try to edit said blueprint, it literally, oh wait, no, never mind, they fixed it now. Okay, well, it was broken yesterday to where if you were using a blueprint and you try to go in the gunsmith, it would literally just kick you back to the main menu, but I guess they fixed that. But it's still like one of those things like, why was it broken in the first place? That affects bundles, which is something that you pay money for. I'm pretty sure that's everything that is now in the game, or was supposed, I don't know. There's so much stuff that was supposed to be coming to the game that literally isn't even in the game now. But anyway, here's the new TAC Evolver, however you're supposed to say it thing. Here's it with the new camo. Looks pretty cool. I'll grind out Interstellar and Borealis both for this and the new SMG, as I do with every single new weapon in the game. For now, we'll just go ahead and play the new souped up mode so you guys can kind of get a feel for what that's like. Yesterday was one of those super demoralizing days as a COD fan where you're just kind of sitting there just watching everything fall apart and burn, and you're like, Man, this sucks. Most of the problems I will say were over in Warzone, but like even still, like there was enough affecting the multiplayer experience to where it was like, man, you know. But I'm glad that I'm not primarily a Warzone player because I couldn't even imagine what it was like for y'all. Like I genuinely feel bad for y'all. As you can see, when you're loading in, drop, kill players, drop syringes of temp V, collect doses of temp V to earn special abilities. Abilities are reset on death, so use them before it's too late. So yes, even if you like earn the kill streak or whatever to use the superpowers, you have to actually use them before you die, or else you just lose access to them even if you earn them before dying. So as you can see on the right side, you have 2 kill streaks. The electric shock, which literally just sends out like a shockwave. It's sort of like a stun grenade / EMP. And this is another thing that's been happening. So for some reason, ever since the update, there's been weird pop-in problems like when you first load into the match. And this wasn't a thing, right? Like before the update, like even for me, I load into a match and all the textures were there immediately. But now for some reason, every single match, no matter what map it is, I have all sorts of weird pop-in, and it's really weird. Anyway, when you get these kills, it's essentially, oh wow, somebody just stole my syringe, but it's just like kill confirm, where you get a kill, they drop the syringes, you pick them up, and the thing is, you don't even need to unlock, like, the score streaks in order to get, like, cool abilities. Like, once you start picking up the syringes, like, every couple syringes, you'll get a new power. Like, you'll get durability, for example, which gives you more HP, or you get super speed, which gives you super speed. I just realized that I cut myself off, and I was trying to explain the score streaks before as well, but yeah, the first one we just talked about, the electric discharge, and then you also have laser eyes, which, you know, if we get in this gameplay, cool. If not, whatever. I mean, the people are super sweaty in this mode, so it's one of those things where, like, if you get in a lucky lobby, you'll be shrieking out, getting all the laser eyes and cool stuff, but if not, well, then you're not. Essentially, laser eyes, it's sort of, I don't even know how to explain it really, but, like, you pull it up, and then you kind of, like, float in the air, and you just shoot lasers out of your eyes, except you're kind of like a sentry gun to where, like, you can't move, you have to stay in place, being, like, kind of look wherever you want, you shoot your lasers at people. Again, I'll try to get in this gameplay, no promises, though, because, you know, SBMM's gonna do its thing. Before I get any pedantic comments trying to correct me, no, I know it's not SBMM, it's EOMM, but just for the sake of conversation, sometimes it's easier to say SBMM. Somehow my team is winning 34-8, so I mean, hey, you know, I'll take another win. See, just like this, you get like super speed sometimes after you pick up certain syringes. Like, I don't know, I will say it's actually pretty cool being able to just speed around the map like this. Now, we're 1 off from a kill streak, so if I could please not die, I'd really appreciate it. So there you go, you got the electric shock, you literally just send it out just like that. Unfortunately, we didn't hit anybody because there wasn't anybody nearby, but then you can use the laser eyes just like this, and then boom, anybody that's nearby, well, yeah, okay, well, my teammate stole the kill, but normally you'd be able to like rain down destruction and kill anybody nearby, but those are the 2 kill streaks. The electric discharge sort of works like a shock stick to where, like, you know, it goes, I was trying to explain it really bad before until I realized there was another thing to compare it to in the game, but yeah, it's essentially just like a shock stick where it sends it out, the enemies are just kind of stuck shooting and doing like that weird like looking paralysis thing. So it is important to note that, yeah, they'll be spraying their guns if you end up hitting them with the electric discharge, so don't run right in front of them because you're probably gonna get shot. Otherwise, like I said, I mean, to be a multiplayer player right now, I mean, it's stable enough. There was still enough issues to where it's like, alright, yeah, this is pretty annoying, but for the most part, like, between the new mode and the event, like, basically everything's working, so I can't complain too much. And yeah, like I was saying before, like, it's not necessarily an issue of like pop-in or whatever, but like it's just when you first get into the match, because otherwise, even when you're super speeding around, it's not like actual in-game pop-in. It's just like when you first get into the game, it's almost like like when you play on PC and the game has to like recompile the shaders, except it seems like it's recompiling the shaders every single game. I really don't know what's happening there. I apologize for using the Rival 9, my brain just kind of like defaults to using this weapon just because it's so cool with the whole like little advanced warfare thing that pops up there. I love using this gun. I will say this new SMG is pretty rad. It has a lot of recoil. Like, I'm not even trying to control it right now. It just kind of like flies up. Anyways, there it is. There's a victory, 75-28. that's actually quite the win. It's also worth noting that if you play a match of zombie, you don't need to do anything special. Just literally go into the game and exfil, Treyarch. But as long as you do the match between now and season 2, which means you have 3 weeks to do it, just one match will give you 3 free flawless Ethereum crystals, as well as 3 legendary ether tools, 1 case of each of the wonder weapons, so like 1 ray gun kit, 1 Wonder Waff kit, 1 VR11 kit, and 1 for the Scorcher kit, case, whatever you want to call it. And then I think there's something else that they gave you. I honestly can't remember though. So now that I'm thinking of it, I did run a game of zombies earlier, so let me go over here and make sure that it's actually working as intended. I guess we go to the, okay, it's in the purchase tab. So yeah, as you can see here, 3 legendary ether tools, 3 Ethereum crystal, or flawless Ethereum crystals, and then 1 of each kind of weapon. But with that, yeah, I don't know. If you're a Warzone player, don't play the game right now. If you're a multiplayer player, you should be fine. And again, with zombies, you should be fine there as well. And in fact, with zombies, they have like a new, you know, like boss worm you can go take on, which that's pretty cool, but admittedly, you can complete that content within like 10 minutes. All in all, we received about half the update yesterday, and the other half, like Champions Quest and Ranked Play and all that'll be coming at a later time, so, yeah, I don't know. This game's kind of broken right now. So I'm just looking forward to better days. In the meantime, I'm gonna grind out the new weapons, get Interstellar, Borealis, and all that fun stuff, and then yeah, I don't know. It's basically gonna be it until season 2. Hopefully, they bring out that other content before season 2. I'm just telling y'all right now, I'm gonna be a little annoyed if they hold that stuff until season 2 and then try to advertise it as new content, even though it's supposed to come in season 1 reloaded. I wouldn't put it past them. I'm just saying right now, there's a chance that they do that, and ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the Patreons and channel members. Thank you to all in the low baller tier, and your bigger shout out, thank you to all in the mid baller tier, Mellow Asking, me daddy, Manny, the bigger shout out, thank you to all in the G tier, Rod Events, Channel, Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.